Anyway, Professor Stephen Hawking, he says, look, this is where do we come from? That's what he asks. I don't mean like Bally Blue. I mean, you know, where do we come from in the big world? And he said we've got two choices, right? We've got creation, like God made us, right? Or we've got evolution, right? We used to be just shit and we got a bit better, you know? Like that, right? Thanks. Now, this is the theory. Now, what do we think here? What do you think, Leo? You think God made us, or do you think evolution? What's your vote? You think God?
I'll go with God.
You go with God. Because he's got lightning, Darwin's got fuck all, you know. Same thing. What about you, Mick? I suppose if God tried to make you, you'd do him over. Am I right? Nobody fucking makes me. Come on, then. Now, what do you think? Do you think God, Mick, or evolution? You think God as well? Oh, we've got to... It is Sunday, I suppose, you know. Well, I'm with you. I'm with the God school. I don't think, you know, that by accident you could create a race of creatures so intelligent and so creative that they could make something like, you know, the abdominizer, for example, with its double-handled rocking motion. That couldn't have just fucking happened, could it? There's a plan there, obviously. And people say to me, they say, but Frank, you can't believe that stuff, the Bible, you know, Adam and Eve and all that. And I think, well, why not? Adam and Eve, let's look at what they did, you know. They spoke to a snake, right? And then they went scrumping, right? And then they suddenly realised they were naked, right? Now, fuck, we've all had nights like that, haven't we? Evolution, on the other hand, I think is much more far-fetched. In case you don't understand the evolution thing, right, this is basically how it works. If, for example, this theatre filled up with piss all of a sudden, say, right, you'd be all right up there, wouldn't you? But what would happen is most of us would drown, but a few of us, you know, the strong ones, right, like yourself, Mick, you know, well, you'd elbow your way, you know, drop the nut on a few drowning folk, and make your way to the top, you know. Maybe take the girl, I don't know, but you'd get up there anyway, and you'd survive. You'd learn to breathe. You'd get a bit yellow and crinkle, but you'd be all right, right? Because you'd be one of the stronger ones. And then you'd want to start having sex, you know. Perhaps say maybe it might give it 10 minutes, right? So then you'd start producing kids, Mick, and they'd grow up in that environment, and they'd be, you know, your kids, and they'd be born like with little gills, you know. But thank heaven for little gills, they don't. And fins, because they're getting used to the environment, you know. And then their kids would have big gills, you know. And there'd be lots of your kids probably walking around, grandkids saying, look at the fucking gills on that, you know. And you'd build a new race, right? So the theory of evolution is that every generation is an improvement on the last generation, right? Now, anyone who's ever listened to a Julien Lennon album will know that that's bollocks. Don't get me wrong, I've got nothing against the idea that we come from the apes and stuff. That's fine by me. Some of you might have read, in fact, that I am, in fact, the vice president of the Save the Baboon organisation, you know. And incidentally, we're having a Red Arse Day next month. So do wear one. Okay, it's a bit of solidarity.